Welcome back to the channel. Wanted to show you something I've seen on the QA5 several times. These adjusters, if you break a gear or if you break, I don't remember what that gear is called. You got the worm gear, and then you got the other gear that's like a worm gear, but I don't remember what it's called. And it's probably just gonna call it a gear, aren't they? If the worm gear breaks, I've seen it installed incorrectly. It's got concave washers and they got to go in a certain orientation to make it work properly. So this one, all the washers are turned the same way, which is incorrect. And I wanted to show you what happens when they're installed that way. Each time you turn this, one revolution, it should move the height of cut 1/1000th of an inch. So I know it's the wrong way, but we're gonna see here. So that's half a turn, that's one full turn, hadn't moved. 2 turns, hadn't moved. 3 turns, hadn't moved. 4, 5, 6. Now it's starting to move. So 6.5, 7 turns before it moves. Now each turn is moving about 1/1000th. And what's causing that is the washers are not in there correctly. So I'm going to take this thing apart and show you how the washer is supposed to go. So the first thing we're going to do is pull out this worm gear and take a wrench and put it on this big nut, put one on the jam nut, and break this loose. Another quick tip for breaking something loose, if you can get your wrenches in this position, you can squeeze them together and break something loose pretty easy, especially hydraulic fittings or something like that. Just getting those 2 wrenches in the correct position, because you got a lot more strength squeezing these together than, you know, I've seen people, they get them opposed 180 degrees and you're trying to break something loose. It just makes it really hard. So take off your jam nut, then we're going to take off this nut. There's also a concave washer here. John Deere loves to use these concave washers. They're also in the bed knife pivot bolts. There's 2 concave washers there that go opposed to each other. So after your nut's off, you can just unscrew the worm gear. It'll come right out. This is kind of filled with grease. It has a grease fitting here. 3/4 inch wrench to pull this cap off. This is a 13 millimeter. I'm just going to run this whole thing out of here. So this is just a fine thread screw. Can't remember, I think it's metric, but you can see on there, threads are really fine. So that's how you get the fine adjustment, and that's why it takes 1 revolution. So I have seen these, you know, get stripped out. I've seen this side get stripped out. I think a lot of times it's when you bottom the adjuster out, you run the adjuster as far as you can one direction, and it ends up stripping these out. There's also a bushing down here. So that could get bound up if you're not keeping this properly greased. So now I'm going to take out the washers. There's 2 of them. So it has 3 washers in there. So the first washer is going to go in like this with the dome up, if you will. And then the thing you got to be careful of is when you drop them in there, they like to flip over. And the next two, we're going to take the cup and put them together there so they're at their widest point. And then it doesn't matter which way we put it in because it's the same way. Okay. Now we're going to drop those in there. Make sure they go into place like they're supposed to. Then we can screw this back in. Once that's started, this is just a drill, just a lot faster. And we'll run it in there until it I felt it move. So it's adjusting the height now. So that's in there as far as it'll go. I'll put the worm gear back in. I'm gonna put my concave washer back on. The dome faces out. Then the big nut. So this nut, you basically want just barely over hand tight. And just not much. You want to be able to move this back and forth freely like it is without it going in or out. So each movement of this, I'm moving my worm gear. You can see it moving in there. Now I'll tighten my jam nut. So put it on hand tight. And I'm gonna hold this nut and tighten the jam nut. And then once that's tightened up, I'll still just double check, make sure it's no end play in it. Might tighten it just a touch more. So there, too tight. Want it just snug. That's pretty good. Now we can put our cap back on. Now I'm going to flip this over and put my height of cut gauge back on and adjust the height of cut. So I'm at a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm turning it this direction. Is continuing to go up. I mean, with every turn. Now going back the other direction. It didn't move as quick as I thought it would. There's still a little play in there. So let's count it. There's 1, 2, 3, 3. Versus 6. If you're doing that, how many? Okay, always have to explain stuff to the cameraman because he doesn't like the way I do stuff, and I've only been doing it for 30 years and he doesn't trust me for some reason. So I have 20 of these cutting units. So each one of those, if they were bad, that would be 40 of these, and that would cost me a lot of time over the year if I was constantly going back and forth, and it not doing anything. So I hope this helps. Until next time. It's 20. It's 20, Kevin. This is 20. And this one's 25. Yeah. It's 5 thousandths in one washer. So, what do you think?
Are you okay? Anything to talk about?
No, this is good stuff, man. This is, I mean,
This is what it's come to, is measuring washers.
It doesn't get any better than this. I mean, we got a surface plate and we can measure washers. We can get 5/1000ths out of a washer. And that's gonna make the difference on this thing. We're gonna put in all these new washers and this thing's gonna work like it was brand new. So we rebuilt this and we were getting 3 turns before we saw movement. And I said, that's not right. So I took it back apart, took the washers out. We measured the washers. Kevin thinks I'm crazy, but that's okay. Anyway, there was 5/1000ths in one washer, 6/1000ths in another washer. One washer was pretty close to a new one. So anyway, I got some new washers and we're gonna put this thing back together and see how many turns we get before we get movement. Because we checked the other side and it was a turn and a half of play in between changing directions. So again, to stack these together, the 2 dishes, you know, if you thought of these as dinner plates, they go in opposite directions. And then the bottom one points out. So they fit on the bolt like this, in between the bottom and these 2. And then it's like this. This is the way they are on this bolt right now.
All right.
Whoever done that drawing done really good.
That's right. Thanks, folks.
Yep. And the other thing, it makes it easier to get these in the hole. You don't have to worry about them flipping over and all that stuff. So we can just get this lined up and screw it back in there. Put my worm gear in, while it goes together. So I'm gonna turn counterclockwise. 1.5, 2, we're moving on our gauge. So again, each revolution is 1/1000th. So I'm gonna go back the other way. So that's 1. Now I'm moving, 2. So 1.5-ish. So it's about the same as the other. Doesn't take much on those concave washers. You know, is that the end of the world? Would that hurt if you have to make 3 revolutions or 4 revolutions when you're switching directions? No, because you're usually using a drill or something like that. But another thing to think about, always adjust this so the roller's moving down when I'm setting how to cut. Because if we run the roller up and it stops, there could be extra slack in there, especially if those washers are turned the wrong way. And then the first time they let the cutting unit down on the ground, then this moves up, however far that is. You know, whether it's 5/1000ths or 10/1000ths, something like that. Probably wouldn't be a deal breaker on fairways, but if you've got this set up on your greens, maybe it's something you need to think about. Well, I hope this helps you rebuild one of these QA5 quick adjust. It is an awesome idea that John Deere come up with. Makes it a lot easier for adjusting how to cut. Until next time, see you bye.